Fame. Yes, of course, a Hall of Famer himself. Sanders said, quote, "The Hall of Fame ain't the Hall of Fame no more. I love it, I respect it, I admire it. I think all the guys who are inducted are definitely deserving, but it needs to be a different colored jacket. My jacket's got to be a different color." Shannon, love good colored jackets. Is Deion right?
Man, Ty, why you gotta be commenting on your comments, man? Look, he's entitled to his opinion. Deion views the Hall of Fame as a place where guys go that change the game. That you can't tell the story of the National Football League without mentioning these guys. And he said now they're starting to add guys had 1 or 2 good years and they're going in. He looks at it like, I look at it also like baseball. Baseball said, if we ain't got worthy candidates, we ain't putting them in. If we only got one worthy candidate, we're going to have an induction for one candidate. It seems like the Pro Football Hall of Fame now is like they got a quota. We got to put somewhere between 5 and 8 guys in every single year.
Yep.
And so I think that's what the hubbub is about, especially the Hall of Fame is not on the same level as everybody else. You're in the same place, Skip. It's just like baseball. Everybody's not on the same level, or basketball. But I agree with what he's saying. It's just, I just don't know. Like I said, when people ask me, I don't have a vote. And I really hate commenting on it because, you know, people take, because I'm in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, they're going to say, well, you didn't want these guys in. In, out, it doesn't make any difference to me. But I'm just saying, talking to some of the guys, this is some of their feelings that they feel.
Is there much truth in what Deion uttered?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
I just don't know, like I said, that when people ask me, I don't have a vote. And I really hate commenting on it because, you know, people take, because I'm in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, they're going to say, well, you didn't want these guys in. In, out, it doesn't make any difference to me. But I'm just saying, talking to some of the guys, this is some of their feelings that they feel.
Is there much truth in what Deion uttered?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Okay, so I can stand away from it because I'm not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I think I can comment on this better than you can.
Yes.
I covered Deion Sanders when he was a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah.
There's never been.
Yeah, you had to see him play
to feel it,
yes,
and believe it,
yes,
and sense it. He was by far the greatest cornerback ever, and I've had arguments with Darrelle Revis. I love Darrelle, but he's just not in the same ballpark.
No.
I'm sorry, just not. So I have said for years, back since my first days on Cold Pizza back in 2004, there's this thing called the Hall of Very Good that I sort of created in my head.
Right.
It's based in Camden, New Jersey. I don't know how we got off on that one. It's in Camden, New Jersey.
Right.
It's filled with really good players.
Right.
They're really good, but they don't belong in the Hall of Fame.
Or the Hall of Longevity.
Yes. And to Deion's point, it comes across as sheer egomania on his part, but that's who he was.
Yeah.
He knew he was just better than you were.
Yeah, he was.
It's why he could just take a whole side of the field and say, send anybody over here. I will take him away.
Yeah.
He will not catch a ball today. I will make sure. And when he says there should be an upper room, I'm with it. But I don't know how to differentiate.
Right.
It's like for a long time, the Pro Football Hall of Fame was hard to get into. It's why it took you three times.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I wish there weren't even a second and third ballot, because I wish they could just say, Shannon Sharpe, yeah, what's my golden rule about the Hall of Fame? If I have to think twice, you're not in.
Right.
If I have to say, well, no, you're gone.
Right.
You're out. Because when Brady comes up, we'll all just say, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, here's I don't know who that's going to be for that. Because, you know, Skip, what they do is that the reporter, the senior reporter from that where he played
region, right.
They would get up and present a case.
Yes.
Okay, Tom Brady played 23 seasons. He did this, this, and this. Well, when Marino's guy came up, he said Dan Marino, and he sat back down. Peyton Manning's guy said Peyton Manning and sat back down. What's to discuss?
Lawrence Taylor, sit down, right?
What's the discussion?
Like Jim Brown, sit down.
Skip, I think the thing is, like with baseball, Skip, if there's no cloud around you, you hit 500 home runs, you go into the Hall. You have 3,000 hits. Got no suspicions around you. You go into the Hall. You have 300 wins as a pitcher, and there's no cloud around you. You go into the Hall. There is no criteria. So if a wide receiver, is it going to be if you got 1,000 catches, you go to the Hall? If you have 12,000 rush yards, you go into the Hall? If you're a quarterback, you throw for 65,000 yards. So there is no barometer. For the most part, guys that get 20, 25,000 points in basketball, they ended up in the Hall because we take college, we take if you played in the Olympics, and we take your NBA career. It takes all of that. But in football, it's just football. And the numbers don't mean the same in football, Skip, like they do baseball. But you know what, Skip, you know what 56 games is. If I tell you 56 games, you know what DiMaggio. If I tell you 406, you know that was when Ted, the last man hit 400. And football, what record is sacred, Skip? Somebody can just throw it out there. 18,256 yards. What is that? Well, Emmett rushed for over 18,000. So it's different. I get what Tom's saying. But it's just, Skip, like I said, I'm just a firm believer. You don't have to put 5, 6 guys in if you don't believe there's 5 or 6 worthy guys.
Which is why it has been diluted. It has been watered down. All of a sudden, voters get kinder and gentler, and come one and come all, and give us your tired and your poor and your wretched learning to breathe free, right? Give us everybody. That's who we are. This is America. Everybody belongs to the Hall of Fame. Yeah. No, they don't.
They don't.
It's being ruined, and he gets it. And yet, for him to say it, it's just so Deion. It's just who he was.
Yeah.
It's how he played. It's why he was great at what he did. It's why he's great at what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
I love this man. This man is a groundbreaker. He is revolutionary in so many ways. And I'm so with him that there should be this sort of starting 11 in the sky. You know it and I know it. That's Hall of Fame. That's where you say, okay, give me your best 11. Is he the best? Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah. Well, they just had the thing, the greatest at each position.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was Brady at quarterback. I think Jim Brown running back. Jerry was the wide receiver. Gronk was the tight end. The left tackle was Munoz.
It was.
Ray was the linebacker. LT was the linebacker. Deion was the corner. Ronnie Lott was the safety. So, I mean.
It's just, it hurts my heart to have to read these quotes from Deion. And people will dismiss him. What an egomaniac. Well, yeah, he did this. He backed it up.
Yeah.
He earned the right to say this.
But you'd be surprised, when I go back and talk, there are a lot of people, they don't say what he'll say publicly, but they know they were the man. They know they were legit, trust me. They hear the conversations that we have.
And I'm not calling any names, but every year there are a couple of names where I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
But, and Skip, there's certain guys that's LT is a god.
Right, he's a god.
And I'm not talking about, look, we know some of the transgressions that he's had off the field.
I got it.
But everybody, because he was it. He was it. I mean, I'm old enough to remember him when he got into the league in '81, and I was played. I was in the league, and I just watched. You see a Joe Green and Buckets, and you see this guy. You're like, you understand. But LT, he gets the same kind of respect that Jim Brown gets, and everybody,
I got it. Way to go, Deion.
Man, Time, you got me. See,
I got your back. I got your back.
I would get he might be a. He had prayed.
T.O. might have said it first, but Deion certainly loves him some him. All right, guys, does Trey Lance being